It had been months since I first came to the Sawyer house, but not much had changed. I was still silent. Still stoic. I didn't need to speak, and the family had stopped pressing me to. They accepted me in their strange way, just another odd piece in their twisted puzzle. But today was different. Today, I was expected to be part of something celebratory. It was Bobby's birthday. The house was bustling with activity. Drayton and Hitch were preparing something in the kitchen, no doubt more of the usual. Bobi was out with Sissy, one of the extended family members, and a few other relatives, probably picking up decorations or doing whatever it was normal people did for birthdays. I didn't care about that part. What mattered was that I had a job. I wrapped presents. I helped clean. I made sure everything was in place. It was a mindless task, but it kept me busy. My hands were steady, and the wrapping paper crinkled beneath my fingers. The world outside the walls of the Sawyer house had long faded away. Here, there was only what mattered. Only the family. Only the hunger. I wrapped the gift I'd made for Bobi, something small but personal. It was a carving, one of my better ones, shaped into a small, intricate figure. I had poured hours into it, making sure the lines were perfect, and the details sharp. But I was anxious. The thought of not getting it just right ate at me. The door swung open. Bobi and Sissy returned, their laughter filling the air. Bobi was giddy, smiling wide as she practically skipped through the door. "Is everything ready?" she called, her voice bubbling with excitement. Drayton grunted from the kitchen. "It's all set, girl. You're gonna love it." I stood still, my eyes following her as she dashed around, talking to everyone in her loud, bright way. For a moment, I let the chaos of the room wash over me, ignoring the tightness in my chest. The party went on with laughter, music, and the strange smell of cake in the air. Bobi smiled as she cut into a cake that had a unique texture. Traces of human flesh marred the otherwise normal icing. The cake wasn't normal, but it was hers. And that was what mattered. There were games, presents, and far too much noise. I watched quietly as the family indulged in the celebration, but I remained apart. Not part of it. I didn't belong in the laughter. But Bobi noticed. She had been eyeing me from the moment she entered the room, her eyes mischievous and bright. "One," she said, walking toward me with a playful bounce in her step. "You didn't forget about my present, did you?" My chest tightened. I had forgotten. The carving, the gift I made with my hands, was still down in the basement. It wasn't wrapped, and it wasn't ready. I froze. I didn't know what to do. Bobi raised an eyebrow, sensing my hesitation. "You know, I want a present from you. You can't just show up here, be all quiet, and not give me something special." She waited for me to respond, but I didn't. I couldn't. What else could I give her? What else was there? My mind raced as I considered the basement. I needed to get the gift. I needed to make it right. But before I could move, she leaned forward, her grin widening. "I have something else in mind." Before I could react, she was already in front of me, reaching up to my face. I barely had time to register what was happening before she ripped off my mask. The room fell silent. I froze, unsure of what she was doing. Bobi didn't hesitate. Without any warning, she pressed her lips to mine. The kiss was quick. Simple. Innocent, in its twisted way. But it shocked me. I felt a rush of heat in my face. My body stiffened. My heart pounded in my chest. When she pulled away, I was left standing there, completely unmoving. But my mind was reeling. Why? I felt the warmth of a blush spread across my face as I sank to the floor, stunned by the suddenness of it all. My hands were trembling, and my heart was a frantic drumbeat in my chest. The room erupted into laughter. I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. I just sat there, embarrassed and confused. But it didn't matter. To the family, it was just another moment of chaos, something to laugh at and poke fun at. And yet, amid the laughter, there was one pair of eyes that wasn't laughing. Leatherface stood in the corner, watching us. His expression was unreadable, but there was something in his gaze. A sort of understanding. I wasn't sure if it was disappointment or resignation, but I knew he saw something that the rest of the family didn't. Bobi had always wanted more. Always wanted to fill the void in her strange, twisted world with something. Maybe, in her way, she had seen me as something she could have. Leatherface was the only one who truly understood. He had been where I was. He had seen the truth in the chaos, see how these twisted, fleeting moments could either build something or destroy it entirely. He was watching with a father's eyes. Like he already knew how it would end, whether it would end in something tragic or something that never really started. But I was just a part of the family now. A piece to be moved, tested, twisted, and broken. And Bobi? She had gotten what she wanted for her birthday. But what did I want?